So what goes into making frozen Fenway frozen? Well, underneath me, there's all sorts of systems keeping this ice cold. It takes a 24-hour monitoring system, and there's glycol that's actually being frozen underneath me. There's all sorts of tunnels, and we'll take you behind the scenes to check it out. Ben is from the ice crew. Talk about the ice conditions today.
Ice conditions today are somewhat tricky, what we call, because we're having about a 20-degree difference from where the sun is as to where the shade is, and that causes a lot of problems for us because we have to determine what we want the ice temperature to be during game time, which is happening in a couple hours from now. So we're watching it closely, and we are using the machines that are outside to dictate what we're going to have this at game time. So what we're doing is we're watching everything, waiting for the sun to go down, and we're taking readings every couple of minutes.
I know there were some problems down at the goal line on the other end last night. How were those repaired?
They were repaired. They were finished up a couple nights ago, and they're all good to go. We're just more concerned on the far side dasher boards because they've had sun since 8 o'clock this morning.
So what kind of adjustments are you going to have to make if something happens, God forbid?
Well, if something happens, we're ready to fix what needs to be fixed. We just have to make sure that it's not unrepairable where the game has to stop. That's most important for us.
So what kinds of tools do you use in this ice making?
Well, we have trailers and trucks full of equipment that are behind here and also inside the concourse that we use to fix and work on the ice. These are our transmission lines. These bring the antifreeze, which is the glycol, from the chilling system onto the floor. It goes into a series of pipes that are underneath all these stages, and what the stages have underneath it is smaller tubes. You can see some of them, a little tiny bit of it, and what they do is they run all the way down and back. We have roughly, I think it's 7 miles of tubing underneath the surface itself. When we install it, it all has to be pressure tested to make sure it doesn't leak, because antifreeze is going to ruin the field. So we have to pressure test it. Once it's pressure tested, then we fill it with glycol, which is antifreeze, and that's what we chill outside, which I'm about to take you to, and that's what makes everything outside those pipes frozen. Well, on the far back is 2 generators. What those generators do is they power the chiller. The generators, they don't have enough power on the street here to run this system, so we have to create our own power, and we fuel it with diesel. It uses roughly $600 to $900 a day in diesel fuel just to run this generator. To run the generators that run the chiller. The chiller itself is a 400-ton chiller, which is equivalent to a whole neighborhood of houses of air conditioning. And what we're doing is we're cooling glycol, and we're pumping it out to the field. This system is rather unique because we're one of 2 people ever to have a heating system, so if the glycol gets too cold, we can actually heat it and set and warm the ice up as we need.
That won't be the case today.
That's not the case today. A couple days ago it's the case, but not today. So we're pumping antifreeze into this, it's cooling it, and then it comes back at a warmer temperature, and then we do the same thing over and over and over again.
So how much glycol do you actually use every day? 3,800
gallons is in this system currently right now, with roughly a couple of 100 gallons for expansion that's up above. If it gets warmer, the liquid expands and contracts with the cold, so sometimes it takes a little bit, sometimes it gives a little bit back.
So you use 3,800?
3,800 gallons of antifreeze are running through this system right now. The system itself has 2 pumps. We have a main pump. We also have a backup pump in case one of the pumps gives, and this is our heating system that's behind it.
So is this your first time putting this together at Fenway Park?
Yes, this is our first time at Fenway Park. My company currently builds 19 to 25 outdoor rinks between October and January every year.
So is this a pretty cool experience for you?
Very cool experience for me. I grew up in Maine. I'm a Red Sox fan, so I couldn't lose the job. I really wanted it, and we're glad to be here. As soon as the rink is done, the daily routine of the work's done, we're still out here working at night. There's at least 3 people that work every single night to make sure the ice is ready for the next day. If it's not ready, then the Red Sox have customers that have paid, and we also have games that are on, so we have to make sure. So every single night, as soon as it's done, it was around 10 p.m., there's 3 to 5 guys that come out, and they work on the ice continuously until the morning.
So what was it like setting this up?
It was very different, very unique. We have to make sure that nothing gets on the field. That's the biggest thing. The groundskeeper here, he is the god when it comes to everything outside this wall, and you do exactly what he says. So it's a little bit tougher because we can't make any messes and we can't leave anything at the end of the day.